Hey guys, so another episode of the IMS Weekly wrap up. It is Monday today. I was completely swamped on Friday and I just did not have a chance to do the video. And then so we had Darian's wedding on Saturday and he's now off for this week. So a little bit going on. I just wasn't able to put the time into doing it. On a good note, we've got a new team member now, Alex, which is on the front counter. So Mark and Alex are now manning that, which is really good news. But let's have a bit of a chat about what's been happening over the course of last week and obviously the beginning of this week. So the boys have just done this WRX, which is absolute cool as. Just put a set of BC shocks or coil-over kit in it. Looks absolutely awesome, come up really good. It's for a local customer. Absolutely love the WRXs, and I love how he's painted all the trims. He's actually had them all color coded, so that's a cool little feature. Another thing that you would have seen me drop on the socials was the Ford Ranger PX rear drum to disc brake conversion kit, which is something we're now bringing in and keeping in stock. So this is the kit here. So we're getting this off Terrain Tama. Now these kits are full ADR approved. They come with paperwork for engineering. So once we install the kit, you've just got to go and see your local engineer and he will literally sign off, and that will make it completely ADR compliant, so which is cool. And yeah, look, in this modern day and age, I'm not sure why these new four-wheel drives are coming out with drums in the back. They should all have discs. But yeah, so yeah, that's a really good kit on the shelf. If you're booking in for a tune or an upgrade, come and have a look. We've got them there. Another thing we're now starting to keep is the flash lube, catch can and pre-filter kits, as well as we've got the Ryco ones as well. They're also a popular moving item. So, but let's get out in the shop. Let's have a look at what's going on. This week's going to be a bit easier because we're starting off on the Monday. So we'll show you what we've got and we'll go through it all. Finally got the compressor cover and the pipe back from the powder coaters. So you've would have seen me constantly whinging about taking its time to arrive, and it has finally arrived, which is great. Let's go have a look at what's going on out in the shop. So we've got the white VU ute, that's all done. Engine's back in, tuned up. This one worked out really well. I'm actually getting ready to make the call to the customer, let him know that this one is done. Cassidy is making love to this Commodore in the engine bay. He's getting right into the good position there, mate.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the zip tie.
He's trying to get the zip tie, or the plug off the back. Yeah. So this one's in for one of our DOD delete and cam packages. Another interstate customer, returning customer actually. He's just come back for a second round of upgrades. Pete's Monaro, which he bought off one of our other customers, had already had a cam package installed to it. And then he bought it. We installed a stall converter and then he purchased it directly off the customer. So he's just brought this back to us now to get some CNC heads put on it. Worked out really good actually. So that's the dyno sheet there. So 280 kilowatts before, just with the Crow 1247 camshaft, and then 304 kilowatts now. So not a huge difference in torque. The camshafts are quite similar in how they bring the power on in the bottom end, but mainly the CNC heads just really bringing in the top end. So you can see on the dyno graph that it is making more power off the bottom, but a lot of this down here is thanks to the stall converter, because this previously did have a stock converter in it, so a lot tighter, not allowing it to do a torque multiplication. So, but still a good result, you know, like 280 kilowatts to 304 kilowatts. No, from just CNC cylinder heads is really good. Not a super expensive upgrade to do. Jade's doing a little bit more work to this LSA. This is the one we featured a couple of weeks ago with our stage 4, or with the stage 4 BTR camshaft. It's currently getting some upgraded modules from KPM. We're just going to test out a module. They've sent us one to stick in the car and test out for them and for the customer. So this is their new module here. So this allows it to all become more duty cycle controlled, so we can vary the speed in the fuel pump. So but that's still early days with that one. This 300C that we've shown in a couple of videos. We're finally into it now. So Jesse's getting the starting to strip it down now. This is the beginning of the build. So he's going to rip the cylinder heads off it. Once the cylinder heads are off, we're going to get them over to Blackwell race engines. He's going to do a CNC port on them. We're going to stick a BTR camshaft in it. Oh, sorry, not a BTR, a Cam Motion Titan 1 camshaft. And really looking forward to that one. That's going to be absolutely brilliant. That's our first 6.4 Hemi that we're doing with Blackwell's CNC cylinder head. So he's developed these heads for us in conjunction. He's helping us out with it. And it should be exciting to see how that comes out. And the customer was great, and it was so nice of the customer to allow us to use his car as the test for it, as it was the first set of heads that are going on it. It should work good. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie, I would like to see 400 kilowatts at the wheels, and you know, if we do achieve that, that means we've done exactly what I want to achieve. If we don't quite get there, I won't be disappointed either. It's still going to be good. So, but more good news with my territory. Have a look at that. We've got an engine in the hole. It's in there. I didn't think this day would come. We still do have a lot of work to go. We've got all this new lines here, so we're running a lot of new sensors on it now. We're running EGTs, so we've got the EG probes all here. There is so much more new tech that we're throwing into this car to test out. But yeah, Darian is off on his week for a holiday, so he's just gotten married and he's away, so we'll be holding back on that one before we get that back together. But that's pretty much where we are for the week. It is, like I said, it is Monday, so early start to the week, but we'll try and get the recap dialed back in on Friday. Hopefully I can get everything back to normal. We should have a bit more progress report on Nick's VF. We've got a Silverado over here that we've just done an upgrade on, so that one there is a pre-delivery GVM upgrade. So that's getting the GVM done on it, it's getting the brakes, it's getting a supercharger, it's getting exhaust, it's getting all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty much getting the burger with a lot. So looking forward to seeing how that all plans out. And yeah, but otherwise, in this case, I'm not going to say have a good weekend, I'm going to say have a good week, and we'll hopefully see you on Friday or maybe Monday again. So thanks guys, see ya.